Welcome to Romblon State University's first virtual orientation under the new normal for academic year 2020-2021. Let's begin with the new normal guidelines to be remembered when entering the campus. Wear your mask at all times. Remember to use the hand-to-heart gesture in greeting people. Make sure to get your temperature checked and maintain 1 meter distance. Most of all, keep your hands sanitized. Remember that prevention is better than cure. Stay safe, stay informed.
This is Romblon State University. Together, we learn, we grow, we build, we soar as one.
The Romblon State University Vision and Mission. Vision, a research-based higher education institution committed to excellence and service in nurturing globally competitive workforce towards sustainable development solutions. Mission, RSU shall nurture an academic environment that provides advanced education, higher technological and professional instruction, and technical expertise in agriculture and fishery, forestry, science and technology, education, arts and sciences, and other relevant fields of study, and shall bridge boundaries across other institutions and communities through responsive, relevant, and research-based extension services. The University 10-Point Agenda. This is from Romblon State University, serving with honor and excellence. In pursuant to the university's commitment to quality and excellence, here are the university's Board of Regents and the university officials. From the Board of Regents, we have Honorable Lilian A. de las Llagas, Chairperson, CHED Commissioner. Honorable Miriam P. Katahay-Manny, Vice Chairperson, President, Romblon State University. Honorable Joel J. Villanueva, Member, Chairman, Senate Committee on Higher and Technical and Vocational Education. Honorable Mark O. Go, Member, Chairman, House Committee on Higher and Technical Education. Honorable Susan A. Sambiling, Member, Director, NEDA Memaropa. Honorable Josefina P. Abilay, Member, Director, DOST Memaropa. Honorable Antonio G. Hironjo, Member, Director, DA Mimaropa. Honorable Romeo F. Feldan, Member, President, Alumni Federated Association. Honorable Jimmy U. Tan, Member, Private Sector Representative. Honorable Jimwell E. Soriano, Member, President, SSC Federation. Mr. John F. Refon, Board Secretary. We also have our university officials headed by the University President, Dr. Miriam P. Katahay-Manny. From the Office of the University President,
Mr. John F. Rafon, Chief, Presidential Management Staff. Dr. Emeline F. Montoya, Director, Quality Assurance Office. Mr. Janil G. Lucidos, Director, Planning and Development. Dr. Reynaldo P. Ramos, Director, International Affairs and Linkages Office. Ms. Caroline D. Fidelver, Director, Gender and Development Office. Mr. Jerome F. Salboni, Director, Internal Audit Services Office. Mr. Isaiah Rowan F. Rojero, Director, Security Services Office. Mr. Edgardo F. Adalian, Director, Special Projects, Advocacy Officer. From the Office of the Vice President for Administration and Finance, we have Dr. Tomas T. Faminal, Vice President for Administration and Finance. OIC, Chief Administrative Officer, Director, Finance Unit. Professor Mario A. Fidelver Jr., OIC, Bids and Awards Committee. Ms. Maria Charmaine R. Gaa, Director, Human Resource and Development Office. Dr. Eddie G. Fidelvero, Acting Head, Human Resource Management Office. Mr. Ronilo F. Foja, Director, Business Affairs Office. Engineer Julie F. Valleria, Director, Information and Communication Technology Services Center. Engineer Jason F. Rafon, Director, Physical Plant and Facilities Office. Mr. Jerome F. Fajarito, Director, General Services. Ms. Cynthia R. Lainesa, Head, Accounting Office. Mr. Lou V. Foja, Head, Budget Office. Ms. Lucille N. Lopez, Head, Cashiering Office. Mr. Rene U. Saludu, Records Officer. Ms. Cheryl M. Maolyon, OIC, Supply and Property Management Office. Ms. Sita C. Ilagan, Head, Food Processing Center. Mr. Raymond M. Mami, Head, Motor Pool Unit. From the Office of the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Emeline R. Villanueva, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Professor Mario A. Fidelver Jr., Dean, Graduate Education and Professional Studies. Dr. Arthur R. Ilagan, Dean, College of Agriculture, Fisheries and Forestry. Dr. Mark G. Kalimbo, Dean, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. June P. Dalisay, Dean, College of Education. Ms. Marbeth M. Fadrikela, Dean, College of Business and Accountancy. Dr. Alfredo F. Fordo Jr., Dean, College of Engineering and Technology. Dr. Carlwin V. Dayagdag, Director, Institute of Information Technology. Mr. Paulie D. Banagan, Director, Institute of Criminal Justice Education. Dr. Carmelinda M. Wanzo, Campus Director, RSU Kahijikan. Dr. Leila R. Fabella, Campus Director, RSU Calatrava. Dr. Will Virgil M. Adriguez, Campus Director, RSU Romblon. Dr. Borromeo B. Mutin, Campus Director, RSU San Agustin. Dr. Sinaida T. Manzano, Campus Director, RSU San Andres. Dr. Emilia B. Ramos, Campus Director, RSU San Fernando. Dr. Ray P. Rasgo, Campus Director, RSU Santa Fe and San Jose. Mr. Danilo M. Mignon, Campus Director, RSU Santa Maria. Dr. Alfredo J. Fronda, Director, Basic Education, Senior High and Laboratory High School. Dr. Elvin F. Gaa, Director, Center for Alumni Relations and Employment Services. Mr. Edgar V. Andalicio, Director, National Service Training Program, OIC, Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office. Ms. Mary Jane R. Arboleda, Director, Social and Cultural Affairs Office. Mr. Daniel M. Fabello, Director, Sports Development Program. Dr. Esther L. Ferlales, Director, Office of Student Affairs and Services. Ms. Annabelle F. Ida, Head, Office of the University Registrar. Ms. Hedy F. Fontamilas, Director, Guidance and Counseling Services Unit. Ms. Grace F. Fermala, Director, Health Services Unit. Mr. Carlo Joseph M. Wanzo, Director, Learning Resource Center. Dr. Sherwin M. Perlas, Direktor, Sentro ng Wika at Kultura. From the Office of the Vice President for Research, Extension and Development, we have Dr. Bilshan F. Cervantes, Vice President for Research, Extension and Development. Professor Eddie G. Fitalvero, Director, Research and Development Office. Ms. Blair Jane F. Formento, Director, Extension Services Office. Mr. Frankie A. Fran, Director, Training and Technical Advisory Services Office. Ms. Ana Beatriz R. Mayor, Head, R&D Publication Unit. This is from Lon State University. Together, we learn, we grow, we build, we soar as one.
Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Sa ating mga estudyante, sa ating mga magulang, sa ating mga katuruan at saka mga manggagawa sa Romblon State University. Tayo po ngayon ay nasa pandemya. Kung kaya tinatawag natin itong abnormal na sitwasyon, pero hindi na po tayo makakabalik sa dating ating nakasanayan, kaya tinatawag natin ngayon na tayo ay nasa new normal. That's why the challenge for all of us is to really cope up and set a new vision, isang makabagong pananaw para matugunan natin ang bagong normal. Ngayon po ay nais kong magkaroon ng diretsyong panayam sa bawat isa, lalo na po sa ating mga stakeholders. At wala pong institusyon o walang academic institution kung walang mga estudyante. Kaya sa akin po ay lubhang mahalaga ang mga estudyante. Kung kaya't ang pagkakataong ito ay aking sasamantalahin. Ano nga po ba ang COVID para sa inyo, para sa atin? Ito po yung sinasabi nating negative na positive. Kasi po, every rapid test na ating ginagawa o isinasagawa, kapag negative po, ay nagsasaya tayo. So kaya po, negative na positive. Pero po, tatanggapin natin ang sitwasyong ito dahil wala po tayong magagawa. Kung kaya't, iminumungkahi ko sa lahat na tayo po ay sumunod sa mga protocols na ipinatutupad ng Department of Health, ng local government units, at ng ating Interagency Task Force. Again, kailangan po nating sumunod. Mas mahalaga po ang ating kalusugan, pangalawa lang po sa ating pag-aaral. Subalit, hindi rin po natin maipagsawalang bahala ang ating pag-aaral. Hindi po pwedeng maging stagnant o maging static tayo at maging paranoia sa mga panahon ito. Kaya sisikapin po nating maging normal sa isang abnormal na sitwasyon. Here are some important reminders to our students. Lahat ng paghahanda ay ginagawa ng pamunuan, kasama po ang lahat ng branches and campuses sa buong Romblon. Ano po ang pamamaraan na ating gagamitin? Tayo po ay gagamit ng flexible blended modalities sa ating pagtuturo. Ang online po ay gagamitin natin Katulad po ng paggamit ng Google Classroom, ng Moodle, at ng Aral. Gagamit din po tayo ng mga social media, katulad po ng Messenger, Facebook, SMS, para po maipaabot sa inyo ang updates. Ito po ay diretsyo ninyong makukuha ang mga advisory sa inyong mga professors or instructors. Ang kasunod po ay gagamit din po tayo ng mga modules. Ito po ay mga printed materials na i-distribute o ipaparating sa mga estudyante, lalo na po yung walang mga gadgets at walang access online, walang access sa internet. So paano po natin ito gagawin? Kaya po, maliban sa orientasyong ito online, ay magkakaroon po ng face-to-face na orientation para ma-distribute ang mga modules na ito doon po lamang sa mga estudyante walang access sa internet at walang gadgets. So maliwanag po yun. Hindi kailangan ang lahat ng estudyante ay pupunta rito. At ayon po sa ating survey, meron lang po tayong humigit kumulang 20 to 25% ng ating total students ang wala talaga, ang zero access sa internet at hindi makakagamit ng online. Kaya po sila ang pinaghandaan natin ng mga modules. Pangatlo po, gagamit din po tayo ng local network, katulad po ng CATV, katulad po ng radio, at gagamitin din po natin yung PIA. So makikipag-ugnayan at makikipag-kolaborasyon po tayo sa kanila para magamit natin, makahingi po tayo ng time slot at nakaschedule po ang iba-iba nating mga profesor o instructors para mag-online or mag-on the air. So again, i-exhaust po natin lahat ng means para marating ang bawat estudyante. At sabi nga po ng ating chairman ng Commission on Higher Education, sisiguraduhin ng bawat state universities and colleges ng pamunuan na walang mapag-iwanan isa man sa ating mga estudyante. So bilang Pangulo ng Romblon State University at bilang ina ng mga estudyante, sinisigurado ko po sa inyo na gagawin ng pamunuan ito ang lahat para walang mapag-iwanang estudyante. Napag-isipan ko pong mag-establish ng support system para po magtulungan ang mga estudyante. Pwede silang mag-team, pwede silang mag-grouping. Hindi po pwedeng kanya-kanya tayo ngayon. Sa panahon ngayon, mas mahalaga ang teamwork at mas mahalaga po yung meron kang kagimikan sa pag-aaral. Meron kang ka-jamming sa pag-aaral. Mga estudyante, bibigay alam ng pamunuan ng Romblon State University ang assurance na magdi-deliver ng excellent service ang bawat campus, ang bawat guro, ang bawat profesor, at ang bawat personnel sa inyong mga campuses or branches at lalong higit dito sa main campus. Walang pangangailangang hindi matutugunan. Walang problemang hindi masusolusyonan sapagkat yan po ang ating commitment bilang mga public servants. We will always be at the service, satisfaction, and delight of our students. So nais ko rin pong manawagan sa mga students leaders, sana po magkaroon tayo ng oras para makapagpanayam, para magkaroon ng Zoom conference, para marinig ko ang mga hinaing ng mga estudyante at sama-sama po natin gawan ng solusyon. Finally, I will challenge everyone that together we will heal as one. And I would say that at this time, I encourage everyone to be generous. Share what you have. Give what you have. And be available for others. Second, be obedient. Hindi pwede ang matigas ng ulo ngayon. Hindi rin pwedeng matigas ang puso ngayon. Kailangang mapagpasensya tayo. So generosity, obedience, and patience are the values that we need to nurture to learn, to embrace, and to share this time. To wrap it up, humility is very important. And to put things in proper perspective, prayerfulness will be our weapon. We hold on to our faith. As we put on our face masks, it is very important that we have our faith masks. For God is in control of the situation. Trust Him, and we will all be well. God bless us all, at isang magandang araw sa ating lahat. Be safe.
In this time of pandemic, the Romblon State University is pushing toward in sustaining the provision of quality and relevant education in a disrupted environment through flexible learning strategies. In response to the needs and situation of our learners and teachers, Romblon State University Flexible Learning Strategies will be using RSU Online Scheme, RSU Blended Scheme, and RSU Modular Scheme that have strong foundation on communication and interaction, including learner-to-learner, learner-to-content, and learner-to-teacher. Here are the 3 RSU flexible learning modalities that will be utilized in this academic year 2020 to 2021. First is the RSU Online Scheme. It is a learning management system that will cater to those students with strong internet access and has access to ICT gadgets such as desktop, laptop, and notebook or tablet. The Romblon State University system is encouraging the colleges and campuses to explore different LMS platforms that are practical and convenient for the students and faculty. Currently, RSU is exploring different platforms such as Moodle, RL Online, Google Classroom, and Google Meet. The second is the RSU Blended Scheme. It will be implemented to those students who has totally no access to internet and no gadgets. That's why they are encouraged to personally go to the campus for blended learning. We're limited face-to-face and online or modular, provided that they are allowed by their parents or guardians. This is subject to approval of local IATF and the DOH. The rooms will be arranged catering 50% of the total capacity and following the health protocols and standards issued by the National, Provincial, and Municipal IATF. Designated College Learning Commons or CLC will be established to cater the online needs of the students and faculty. The third and the last is the RSU Modular Scheme. It will cater those students who don't own or have limited access to any ICT device and are not allowed by their parents to go to campus for face-to-face classes. In order to have a smooth implementation of the flexible learning strategies, here is the operational framework applied by the Romblon State University. It has 4 phases, including Phase 1 is the curriculum and course assessment and modifications. Phase 2 is the instructional design and development. Phase 3 is the developing, enabling, and support mechanisms. And Phase 4 is the implementation of flexible learning strategies. For the Phase 1 is the curriculum and course assessment and modifications. One important aspect to consider before implementing any flexible learning strategies is the curriculum or course assessment, evaluation, and modification. This is to assess and evaluate the existing curriculum or course offerings in terms of its suitability and appropriateness to flexible learning. The university assessed the curriculum or course in terms of its relevance, relatability, and responsiveness. It determined also the most essential learning outcomes per course that will answer the required or needed competences. Likewise, to identify the suitability of its course to specific flexible learning, whether online, blended, or modular.
In Phase 2, it is the instructional design and development. It includes the development of the departmentalized course packages with modifications depending on the type of flexible learning to be used. It also includes the development and utilization of other self-instructional materials of each college and institute. The Phase 3 is the developing, enabling, and support mechanisms. This phase includes the development and strengthening of the different support subsystems, such as course design and development subsystem, teacher support subsystem, student and parent support subsystem, and the organizational and administrative support subsystem. The fourth and the last phase is the implementation of flexible learning strategies. Here, the actual implementation of the 3 FLS such as RSU Online Scheme, RSU Blended Scheme, and RSU Modular Scheme will take place. The implementation of the 4 phases are based on data through assessments and other references, continuous monitoring and evaluation, and the implementation of every phase. To tell us something more about the university's flexible learning strategies, let's have the following.
For the online learning,
Good day, and we would like to welcome our freshmen and existing students of Romblon State University. Online learning has been identified by the Commission on Higher Education as one of the modes which learning can be delivered while the country is battling with a pandemic. Romblon State University's faculty has the option to select from the different online learning tool which is considered as an extension of the classroom and is covered by all policies related to the academic mission of the university. This online learning tool can be accessed using internet-connected devices such as laptop, desktop, iPhones, iPads, Android devices, and other browser-enabled smartphones with the following minimum requirements: at least 1 GB of RAM, at least 1.3 GHz of CPU speed, at least 1 GB of storage capacity. All students are encouraged to use the online learning tool preferred by the faculty by registering to the link on the screen. After your registration, you will be notified of the user credentials or access information by the site administrator or by the faculty of the course. During the class orientation, you will be introduced to the online learning tool that your teacher will be utilized, such as the Moodle, Aral, Google Classroom, Facebook pages and groups, Weebly, WordPress, Edmodo, TikTok, YouTube, Vimeo, Tumblr, Google Meet, Facebook Messenger, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Zoom, and Office 360. For example, if your teacher will use the Moodle, make sure that you have registered to the link on the screen. And after receiving the user information or access credentials, you need to open the Moodle LMS site of the university, which is now flashed on your screen. Your teacher will automatically enroll you to his or her subject. After your successful login, you need to finish the site tour first on how to use the Moodle LMS site of the university. You can also download the mobile application on Google Play Store and Apple App Store, or use the web browser of your devices. For Google Classroom and other online learning tools, your teacher will guide you on how to use the tool during the class orientation time. For more details, please like the official Facebook pages of Romblon State University and the specific units, institute, and colleges and branches.
for modular learning.
Magandang araw sa ating lahat. Ang Romblon State University bilang isa sa mga institusyon na nagbibigay ng serbisyong ito sa ating mag-aaral ay nagkaroon ng isang masusing pag-uusap sa kung ano ang gagamiting pamamaraan sa pagtuturo upang patuloy na mapagsilbihan ang ating mga mag-aaral. Sa pag-uusap na ito ay napagkasunduan na gagamit ang universidad ng tinatawag nating flexible learning. At isa sa pamamaraan ito ay ang tinatawag nating modular approach. Ang paggamit ng module ay isa sa pamamaraang gagamitin upang patuloy na makapagturo ang mga guro sa ating mag-aaral. Ang paggamit ng module ay ginagamit ng mga mag-aaral na kung saan sila ang mga walang koneksyon o ang tinatawag nating internet connectivity. Ang mga guro ay nagkaroon ng sapat na panahon sa paghanda ng mga module na ito na kung saan ito ay gagamitin ng mga mag-aaral sa bawat munisipyo. Magkakaroon ng tinatawag nating teacher coordinator at sila ay itatalaga sa bawat munisipyo at magtatalaga din ng tinatawag nating student coordinator. Sila ang makikipagtulungan sa pamamahagi at pangungulekta ng mga gawaing itinalaga sa module ng bawat guro. Sa pagkakaroon ng ginagamit nating modular approach o sa paggamit ng pamamaraang ito, inaasahan na ipagpapatuloy pa rin ang pagtuturo ng mga guro sa ating mag-aaral. Sana po ay maging successful ang pamunuan ng Romblon State University sa pagpapatuloy sa pagkatuto ng mga mag-aaral sa ating probinsya. Salamat po.
And for the face-to-face instruction.
Magandang araw po sa ating lahat. Ngayon po ay tatalakayin natin ang guidelines ng blended learning system. Ito po ay kinapapalooban ng online, modular, and face-to-face. So nabanggit na po ng ating dalawang kasamahan ang guidelines para sa ating online at saka modular. Ngayon po ay aking ihayag ang guidelines para sa face-to-face. Sino po ang pwedeng mag-conduct ng face-to-face? Ito po yung mga estudyante na nakatira sa dormitories. Ito po yung mga estudyante na mayroong laboratory subjects na kung saan hindi po pwedeng makuha using online at offline mode yung skills at competencies. Ito rin po yung mga estudyante na mayroong OJT or practicum sa loob ng campus. At ito yung mga estudyante na walang personal gadgets like laptops and cellphones. Kinakailangan ay sumunod po sila sa mga protocols na inihayag ng CHED at saka DOH. Katulad naman po ng tinatawag na 14-5 cycle. Ito po ay isang linggo silang magkakandak ng klase, and then ang dalawang succeeding week ay doon po sila sa bahay gagawa using online or modular. Magkakaroon din po tayo ng sinatawag na rotation. Ibig sabihin po, bawat batch po ng estudyante ay pupunta per week. Hindi po lahat ay sabay-sabay na pupunta sa isang linggo lamang. At magkakaroon din po tayo ng reduced occupancy ng room. Ibig sabihin, magiging kalahati na lamang po or susundin natin yung 1.5 meter distance sa harap, sa gilid at sa likod. Maliban po sa aking mga nabanggit na guidance galing sa CHED at saka DOH, kinakailangan po natin sumunod sa guidelines ng IATF, LGU, and iba pang ahensya para dito. Ito po ang mga iba pang guidelines. Kinakailangan suot po tayo ng mask, face shields. Kinakailangan din po tayo mag-disinfect ng rooms before and after. Kailangan din po tayo mag-disinfect ng laboratory equipments before and after. Kailangan din po natin kumuha ng temperature ng mga estudyanteng papasok. At higit sa lahat, kailangan din natin sundin ang mga health measures ng ating paaralan. Ito lamang po at sa muli po ay magandang araw sa ating lahat.
To sustain the provision of quality and relevant education in a disruptive environment through flexible learning strategies, we need to work hand in hand as one.
Alisa RSU.
Alisa RSU.
Alisa RSU. Dito sa RSU.
Here at RSU. No student left behind.
Thank you for joining us in this virtual orientation. We are excited for your fun and productive journey in Romblon State University.